Hey, how's it going?
Oh, yo.
How would be?
Well, that'd be good.
Nice, nice.
Hopefully your commute wasn't too bad.
It wasn't. It wasn't. But I forgot something at the school, so now I have to go there tomorrow, anyways. So, and
No.
I'm like, well, if you were gonna ask me to go back there anyways, couldn't I have just done everything tomorrow? Huh.
Help.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello?
Hello, hello. So we're looking to clean up phase 1, and then get through caloric theory 1 and into pangenesis today, I'm guessing.
Most likely. Pangenesis, I don't really understand at all.
Like, on my commute this morning, my brain was like giga expanding. I was like, I wanna join a world first party, and I'm like, how would they look at pangenesis? And then everything just clicked in my brain.
With Pangenesis, because I know it's like to start, because the move or the assigning of where everyone goes is like the hard part, right? Is there a spot in that conga line that is always like a direction? Like the first spot in the conga line, are they guaranteed to be left?
No, because the first spot in the conga line could get a light or dark debuff, and they will still have to watch for which first tower they go to in that case.
The only people that really need the conga line are the singles that don't have any debuff attached to it, or the unmarked, which also don't have a extra debuff attached to it. Those are the two main ones that need the conga line, so they know whether to take the left or right tower, because that second person that's soaking with them will already have the debuff required for that tower. I think in the Renan video, they were specifically saying just have a mini conga for unmarked and single. We can just make one long conga and have it be north for unmarked and south for single, or something like that.
So unmarks go north.
Yep.
And there's going to be 2 of them.
Yep.
So do you just lean to one side? Is that how we establish who goes left and right from the unmarks?
Well, if we're gonna do the conga line, then we can just take the conga line spot. Like it during the cast bar, we can just go into conga line position. Whichever we decide, like however we decide to go into that, and then as the debuffs come out, the unmarked take a step forward, and then the singles take a step backward. And then if like one of the singles is to the left and one of them is to the right, then you know where your towers are. Same thing for the unmarked.
Okay. And where do I have... Because this mechanic is just... I had it written down somewhere. I can't find it, though.
Also, I think I know how the blobs get formed. So you were talking about how the
Please
blobs get
tell me.
formed. So I think during the tower, the reason why we want to bring it down to the south is that the one debuff gets used. Oh my god, it's the 2 debuff that gets put together with the single, right? And then where is it? Where is it? My brain, I understand it, but it's not coming out of my mouth. Basically, because of the pairs and because after you soak a tower, you might have like different DNA things, it might be that the DNA as they reach 0, because you lose a stack as you soak a tower, right? As they reach 0 and you're on a tower with another partner that's at 0, it creates a blob because you're close enough to do that, right?
So, if that were the case, the final 4 towers are all soaked by a pair that has a single stack and a 0 stack. So, and the final 4 towers do not all drop blobs.
Was there extra movement that people took to make the blobs?
No, they just fuse in the tower. Just make sure you're touching your buddy when you take the tower.
Yeah, so it has to do something with the stacks.
Oh, it happens when they fuse, because I saw a POV where 2 people fused outside their tower to make the blob, and it was still fine.
I'm just trying to think of like, because I know on the towers, the second tower, the north one. Wait, does it have something or does it not? Oh man, I don't know. The blobs are so wonky. I'll be honest.
And like sometimes a 2-player stack involving one of the unmarked players still forms a blob.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, then I don't fucking know.
Same.
I was expecting that the unmarked wouldn't have any blobs to it, and then the rest would.
That's what I thought. Not
Because
the case.
then that would also like explain the unstable factor. Because yeah.
There's 3 sets of towers, right?
Yep.
So it's, I'm just trying to, short plus single are the first towers on each side, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
The second tower is taken by the longs and, is it unmarked?
The second south tower is taken by the long. The second north tower is taken by the unmarked.
And then the single from the first tower goes south. Or actually, I can't say that. Because it's, if you get a debuff, you go to the opposite tower. If you have no debuff, you go to the same. Oh well.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, it's like if debuff go opposite tower, if no debuff go same tower. But if you're on the first tower, then you can't go like, I guess the same color.
Same color.
Yeah, is what it's trying to say. So that's how you would go about it.
Yeah, because if you're coming out of the first tower and it was light and you have no debuff, the other player from your pair must have light and is going to the dark tower. So you're going to the light tower, which is the same that you just came from. Because you know your buddy's got to be going to the other one.
It helps it all on the first tower. I think the same thing also applies on the second tower too. Whichever tower that your buddy's going to, you're going to the other one.
But the longs are always the south tower.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's just write this.
Checked like a million POVs. Mercifully, they do not swap, like whether the same color tower appears north or south. So
It's just random if the dark or light towers is spawns east or west, which is why the 2 people reposition the other 2 just kind of just like get ready to YOLO it. On the initial spawn.
What? The blob has something to do with the unstable factor and the way, like, I think
I wouldn't worry about the blobs. If it's the mechanic resolved correctly, the blobs will solve themselves.
Yeah, I just it's probably the blobs are probably to get rid of the unstable factors when it gets to 0.
It definitely has something to do with that.
Yeah. Okay.
The best way to say it is that the blobs are a already solved mechanic because of when we're progging this. So I wouldn't worry about those.
Yeah.
And
Did you find
unmarked are always north?
Yes.
Okay.
Crossbar for passive horizontally. Players with N1 stacks. Is a player or in the needed to soak them. One will.
Oh, wait, huh? So yeah, no, it is what I was saying. I'm like watching over somebody's clip. It's you merge them. You merge the DNAs between you and your partner on the first set of towers, or on all of the towers, and then that's where the blobs come from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is where the blob comes from. It's just the blob only shows up on 3 out of 5 towers on each side.
I think that's the reason why like the counter is there, but I might be wrong about that. But
As far as I'm concerned, it might have to do with the way the DNA stacks are currently bugged and not like behaving as they should, and maybe it just happens to work out anyway.
yeah, I'm convinced like a lot of like that the debuff is just fluff text and doesn't mean anything.
That was very detailed fluff text. We're going to add it together, divide it by 2, and then reassign the remainder.
It's a red herring to fuck with people. That's what I'm convinced of.
So for me, what I think that means is that there's an internal calculation being used on the DNA things that will create the blobs underneath certain conditions. When you share it like that, I think for me that's what's going on. Granted, I'm not 100% sure, so
Take your time.
come on. I swear I saw a paladin invuln it, by the way.
Let's worry about invuln strats after we actually do the mechanic.
Yeah.
Because now that, like, it's been explained in a not Renan way, like, it's like, okay, it makes sense now.
It's making sense.
Mechanic?
I don't know why guide makers just say, yeah, this is how you resolve it, instead of just saying, this is what they do, because they work like this is how we're solving it. Lay down the base work first.
Dark Tower now.
Nah, man, gotta get that guide out frame 1 so we don't.
No, you're right.
Light Tower.
It's how you maximize your views, but
No rescue. No rescue.
I don't see any party finder up, if you're asking where I'm at.
it's under Editha Belleville. Under private.
Yeah, no, nothing.
I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at it right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Same.
that's cap.
Are you on Primal?
I am, yeah.
Oh, okay. That was the only other thing.
Are
I
you sure
knew.
you're underneath the private tab?
Mm-hmm.
Are you? It should be
All
the
14
second.
posts of them.
There's refresh the tab because there's 15. It's at the top.
I would also just make it so only the 12th circle shows up.
Because there's a whole 1/12th circle party in your private.
And that's me. There you are. Okie dokie.
If you need. Party right.
Fucking 12 circle. Yeah.
Black does not need rescue.
We're clearing.
Oh my god.
Fuck you.
Remember your position. We are moving in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, in and out, 7:48. Phase 1, easy.
I literally do not know how most of the mechanics in phase 2 works, but we're gonna clear.
To be fair, you've already seen most of them. It's just like a pretty brief explanation about how the remixes work.
Okay, bro, I just tried to watch you explain it on stream, and I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Oh, I'm mumble rapping when I explain that shit, bro. I'm explaining that shit for me. Kill the boss.
It's for him.
It's for me. The TLDR for fucking whatever the hell it is if you have a debuff, solve the debuff. If you don't have a debuff, go to the same tower you were just in. If you were just in a light tower, go to the next light tower.
We can revisit it once we get there.
Yeah, I was saying to myself earlier, it's like, why isn't Catbot updated for 12? And then I'm looking into the mechanics and I see.
They cannot.
I don't think Catbot can decipher some of these.
Stopping after the second hit. What? Laser!
Batman and I got each other mixed up. I was I was gaslighting myself. I'm like, I know I'm right, but am I?
Gotta commit, brother.
You see, every other time I commit, you guys yell at me, so...
Imagine moving Lamau. Tech goons. Have personals, make sure you don't die to it. Out, Protean. Going left. Debuff check. It's a support mechanic. Out, then in. Boss is telling the truth. Crossing after second hit. Raid out, tanks in.
Dark take towers, light take ads.
The plus was placed incorrectly.
Mine. Yeah. My bad. I thought of the X roll rather than the plus roll.
Moving after first hit. Check goons. Out, Protean. Going left. Debuff check. It's a DPS mechanic. In then out. What? Boss is telling the truth. Moving after second hit. Tanks in, raid out. Yo, Savvy, can you be solid on that mechanic and not sit in the middle of the bus so I don't shit my pants? That'd be great.
Stop watching other people.
I nearly died to it, bro.
It scared me too.
They were.
You're gonna fucking beat this into your head.
Hey, I didn't see the character. I saw the flash. Of
I saw the
blinding light.
flashbang. Yeah.
Did you die?
Nearly had a heart attack.
IRL, bro.
Light take towers, dark take ads.
Final laser coming up. All north. Do I? Starting at 3 and doubling back. Crossing after second hit. Go.
What?
Cross. Protean. Ah. Hit the bricks.
Apparently, me and Bell weren't stacked.
Yeah, that move is a real Mia pig.
I disagree, game.
If it helps you at all, I recommend focus targeting your partner. And make sure you are directly on top of that fucking arrow.
I'm gonna focus target Rappy, so that way I don't leave him alone. If it's ever, a Podia second.
I gave -5 to the game.
Never move. Hit goons. In, buddies. Going left. Debuff check. Out then in. It's a support mechanic. DPS mechanic, rather. Sorry. DPS. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I was trying to process the fucking debuffs. I don't know why I just blanked there.
Give me 1 minute, please.
Yeah, no, bro.
I also love how, even though unmitigated explosion from a tower fail does like several million damage, they still pat it off with the damage down.
Just in case.
They're like, you know what? In 10.0, they're gonna be able to live that. Also,
Yeah,
Savvy is pumping out of her ass. Holy shit.
I'm proud of Savvy.
Putting us on her back. Holy.
There was someone gear savvy out here, Jesus. Yeah, I literally saw that I had the tower. I'm like, okay, I'm tower. Wait, who's doing the mechanic again? DPS. Wait, what was I? I was laser for sure.
Damn. Oh lord.
fuck? In Elden Ring, yellow fog doors appeared on the George Washington Bridge, requiring anyone traveling to New Jersey to fight a boss.
Damn.
Awesome tweet.
Was it because of the smoke shit?
Yeah. So worth it for the gas prices. Powerful behavior. I don't know why this statement just made me think of like the yearly orangutan debate. Alright guys, here's a scenario. You have to pick between one of the two. Every single time you get in your car, you have to fight off a goblin. They're not like crazy strong, but you just have to kill it. Or once a year when you get into your car, an orangutan will spawn within like 100 meters of you, and you have to fight off the orangutan.
So wait. What was it? It was.
Would you rather deal with a goblin every time you get into your car, or once a year when you get into your car, you have to fight off an orangutan?
Bro, I'll be completely honest. I feel like orangutans are fucking like violent as hell.
Yeah, we have to deal with it once a year.
I'm fucking fighting a goblin every day. I'll be honest.
It's only gonna be once. If you lose the
Only
fight.
deal with the one. You're losing that one.
Like, I'll be honest. I'm not confident against an orangutan, unless I have a gun. Then I'm confident.
Oh, you can have whatever the fuck you want. You just have to be ready for it when it spawns.
Oh, then yeah, I'll just have I'll have a Glock in my pocket.
I don't think a Glock should stop an orangutan, brother.
What if it's a modded mag?
That's not gonna kill. That's just gonna make it angry.
Pull out a Uzi.
You can't kill an orangutan. You can only piss it off.
Also, Savvy, I know exactly what I retweet. That's on people's fault for looking at the plugin. I'll keep it a stack 95 with you.
Why is stack 95?
That's your fault.
God damn.
We got their second hit.
Aha, they can bleed.
Yeah, that's on me for stun luck, Savvy. Well, I know what makes it even funnier though is the fact that fucking Pyromancer raided me yesterday, and if anybody scrolled down, they saw that.
Oh my god.
They knew exactly. It's at that point like, oh okay, I see who this is now.
Nice ass.
Huh?
Ray knows what I'm talking about.
I mean, I know I've got a nice ass, but like, damn.
Cool things I'm talking about him.
Look, I'm upfront about everything, all right?
Now you were showing me your behind, asshole.
I didn't know you talked to his asshole.
Hell yeah, dude!
Only on Thursdays.
It is Thursday.
Exactly. Hey, asshole, what's up?
I thought Thursdays were for being mad, though.
A
Out,
little
Protean.
Madge.
Going right. Debuff check. Support mechanic. In then out.
God, that being a 2-minute is so toxic.
I agree. Moving after first hit.
I just suck it up, I'll be honest. And I go on with my day.
My ninja ley lines are not happy.
Yeah, that's fair.
tanks in, raid out.
Dark take towers, light take ads. Ow.
Let's go. Whatever.
We're up next. We're up next, Esprit.
What's that for?
Yeah,
I
that was
must have
for.
missed 3. My bad.
Oh shit, Adora died.
I'll get
I have
Bill.
help.
We
I
need
have help.
that guy.
North.
Need eels. Where were the eels? Well, that guy doesn't die. There we go.
I think me and Sammy were stun locked by stacking the lasers and we didn't die.
2A. Starting at 3 and doubling back. Crossing over after first hit. Protean. Raid in, tanks out. And bursting. Just make sure we don't die to on the soul. Starting at 3. Going right. It's gonna be Proteans. And looking north for the Protean. Right, out of the hitbox. Proteans and check goons. Proteans coming from north. Look at the boss. Safe zones at A. Just play super defensive for Savvy. LB when you're ready, Esprit.
Why just take the raise away?
Yeah, when you're falling, he can't raise you. Alright, in and out, play notes.
Nice.
I can't believe I took a fucking damage down there.
I fucking hate those snapshots so goddamn much.
Yeah, they're pretty brutal.
No, it wasn't even from the ads. It was from the original donut that we have 45 seconds to get ready for.
Oh,
Oh my god.
hate to see it.
Were you just not ready for it, or what?
I think I was looking at the marker instead of the orb.
Holy shit, that was only a 64? Oh my god.
Can someone save that? I need to know where I got the damage down from, because I thought I did that right, and I have a damage down, so I want to know.
I'll clip it.
Just keep going.
Yeah. Let me turn off my tank stance so that Ryan can get it.
Yep.
Make sure we're on the right side. Make sure we're on the right side.
Oh, my addle's not up.
It's fine.
There it is.
We have some leniency on the first raid wide.
I know, that would delay it for classical concepts, potentially. But we're good.
I know the markers are incorrect, but we can still refresh on classical elements, which is primarily what I want to do here. UAV online. EPS are going east. Go.
Horizontal.
Ultima. The classical concepts. BPOG.
B boxes.
Oh, sweet. Easy solution for us.
Outside of them, there's a triangle to a triangle alpha. Triangle alpha. Weird edge.
Alright, 90 minutes of P2 gaming.
12.4 million. Yeah, it's just pop cooldown. Thanks for that.
Just invuln it like I did. And it didn't matter. Oh wait, shit, my food ran out.
These are the markers that we had before we squinched them in. I think we should try these ones again, although I still think these are probably too far. But
I think someone has
we can
chords
move-
for good.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
these are the new ones, right?
Yeah,
The-
we can
the-
move
the-
10 yalms max.
These are the goated ones.
I'm going to. Oh, hold on. How many markers are these? 7? Which ones am I using? I'm not using D.
So, I will say, we have put the tail over here, which is, like, it's not going to be exactly there. It's going to be, like, around here-ish, which is where I'm going to be for caloric 2. And I think we should just keep the marker there.
Okay. Which means there's not going to be a marker going into UAV online, so it's kind of everyone knows the spot.
I mean, it's just the cross in the first row.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, it's the plus of the tiles, not the X of the tiles.
It's going to block you. Actually, -5, true.
Damn, he's not getting any gear, like, ever.
Yeah, my man's is
Oh, man.
negative at this point. Man's going to start owing us gear.
Like, literally, he has to buy all of his gear with books.
I mean, yeah,
I
I'll be
love this-
honest. It's not the first time I would have done it. It's not the first time I would have done it.
Welcome to every tier that I've been through before this.
Exactly.
Just roll better, right?
There's a reason
True.
why I wanted to do splits, so that I could actually get gear.
Yo, you know in Astodelos, even though I was the melee, I was actually the last person to get fucking this.
I think I was one of the first.
Yeah, you were the first.
I think that's only because the white mage weapon dropped like on our first clear or some shit.
And then people started complaining about the fact that they weren't bis. I'm like, okay, I guess you can be bis. Cries.
Yeah, fucking cry about it.
I
Imagine
mean, the way
getting
Lou
good.
now it should be so much faster.
I will also say, SP, respect the fuck out of that pot. I don't think it's gonna pay off, brother.
Oh, it was just, it's muscle memory, man. It,
I took it off my bar in case I accidentally do it.
yeah, the issue is, like, I'll forget to put them back on my bar, so it's just a loss of low beat.
DPS are going north.
I have to fucking inch myself so I don't fucking yeet myself off.
I just go as far as I'm 99% sure I need to be in order to break it.
Horizontal.
Why didn't they just, like, I flew for a second? That's so strange.
This bitch needs to shut up.
She's gonna keep talking, by the way. With the worst delivery you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah, no, her voice actress is not good.
I'm just glad there's some voice acting. I think it's a positive.
Away from shapes and get ready to bait your Proteans. A little wide, but it's fine.
Wide people happy.
Wide peepo happy. Why did she say it? As you know? But when the heavens fall.
Yeah, her actress is so bad.
Caloric theory.
I fucked up.
I need a friend.
Yep, that was my fault.
I was like, where'd he going?
My fault.
I did the first step right for myself. Feels good, man. Let's go.
No question. It's just stupid. Pull again.
Let's go.
I'm just like, am I missing something?
Just Paul!
That's fall.
Also, why are we at 16 seconds and not 10?
Also true.
Why are why are we actually not insta-polling? And
Also true.
Actually, absolutely not. Fuck off with that shit.
just insta-poll forehead.
No.
Why not?
What are you doing? An opener? Fucking. We're
White
not
mage
clearing.
opener. Just cast harder.
Ah,
UAV
this
online.
This Benediction looks really nice.
DPS are going southeast.
any spinny.
So wacky seeing some of my moves be full size and cover the entire arena in mini form.
Up.
We got short tethered.
Go boom.
Needed Buddy sooner. Yeah, when we're tiny, Titan is still enormous.
Titan don't give a fuck.
So you know what that mechanic needs? Titan. Just do a landslide, buddy.
Well, for me, it's like I have double down and bow shock, which literally take up the entire arena when I do it, and I do it successively. So, for like a straight like half second, I don't see what's actually going on my screen.
Yeah,
It
my
is
pet,
Summoner experience.
pet size large is now pet size enormous.
Head size calamity.
Titan is the next calamity with that dump truck ass.
DPS are going east.
Vertical.
Oh wait.
Square has to go to the one on the X row.
Can we please not chain pull? Even a 5-second countdown, I don't care. Please don't chain pull.
Oh, so where are you using Temperance out of curiosity?
I'm not using it anywhere yet. Oh, I'm using it on the fucking, the mechanic after classic dual elements for the cast.
Caloric 3?
Yeah, that move.
A measly quad weave.
DPS are going east.
Horizontal.
Away from shapes. And bait Proteans.
I'll get Ray.
Heal. Oh.
Hard resing Bell, you heal.
Crush Helm, people can also start pre-positioning for the other move for Caloric 3.
Do these cleave?
I
No.
don't think so, no.
If they're like the original Crush Helm, then no.
Get to your spot. Okay. That's for your center.
Kill those, sorry.
Just practice the best you can. Also, people in the middle are not moving.
Big time. I didn't kill.
That was people moving too much and then dying from the stacks. Because when you take a stack as well, you also gain the thingy.
Yep.
A stack. Yep. Artifact. 5-second countdowns.
I love how the debuff is ascended.
DPS going southeast.
Vertical?
Go left savvy. Away from shapes.
I'll get out of that.
Top personals to survive the Ultima. And go ahead and start pre-positioning for Caloric 3. Here comes a Crush Helm.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Sammy, which one of us is getting Ryan? Because both of us keep doing it. Okay. Alright, don't bother doing it. If he dies, it's my fault.
DPS are going north.
Any spinny.
Oops.
Just a
I must have
smidge
seen
too
my
far
character
out.
over the line. That's so sad.
Other square. There we go. Oh. Sad.
DPS going north.
Fuck me.
There you go.
I'm gonna take it after.
Vertical?
If it helps at all, like during this like entire phase, I have my camera like top down.
Oh, I had mine top down.
Oh my god. You got so lucky to have gotten tagged by my Heart of Light there.
Away from shapes. And protean baits.
I got res.
Get double ticked.
Unlucky.
Ooh. All hard res.
Yep. Just get the revs out and go and start pre-positioning for caloric theory.
Oh,
Oh.
sweet. Hoggers champ. Beat on the outside. There we
3,
go.
2, 1. There's a little bit too much movement, I think. I will go back on the bottom on that one, actually, just to confirm what happened.
Was it too much movement, or was it not enough?
Did
to
someone
the
get
final one?
clipped?
It might
I
have been-
will confirm. 1 second.
I think I had a good look at it. Let's see. Oh, and they have a replay buffer going.
Yeah, fire should move first, so that way the second stack knows where to go. He jumped before he left.
Oh, hold on. Let's see here.
Oh.
This was-
For
Well,
the
I think I see
call-out.
what happened
Was-
here.
was that
1
what you were
second.
talking about?
I think Savvy and I are
How
going
did
to
he
win.
do that? Oh my god, did that actually fucking cause it?
What?
You guys are not gonna fucking believe this shit.
What? Did you jump?
So-
That's why?
So the... Oh my god, I can't even demonstrate. I'm gonna jump. That's fucking absurd.
So what happened?
So, Editha did a very small shuffle towards the boss, then back to his spot. That gave him an extra stack that caused the wipe.
He did a shuffle.
Yeah, I'll show the exact movement he did. He's right here. He moved like this, then moved out. That was just barely enough to give him an extra stack, causing a wipe.
Yeah. I guess we just
That
can't
is
be moving.
brutal.
Can't be moving like that.
Yeah, so during caloric theory, the gag is that every movement you make, you need to make with intent. It is the anti-fizz range mechanic.
Plus, it kills them. It kills all the fizz ranged.
Waiting on.
What I could do for that last one is I have Heart of Light backup, so I can pop it right there.
For which one?
For the last save Heart of Light for meteors.
Yeah.
Okay. So then should I just reprisal that last part, since Rappy has a.
How healthy were we on the caloric transition itself? Because I used both rep and shake on it. If we're over healthy, obviously I can maybe use shake in the middle of caloric instead of on the transition itself. But I didn't catch our health, what we started at there.
We can just run it back because Bell's also gonna sign at something. Caloric has Temperance and Holos. Yeah, we're not fucking dying to that shit.
Okay, so I will shake after the first pairs go off. Yeah. We're still waiting on someone though, right?
No, there was
Bell's
Bell on the
definitely
back.
dead.
Okay.
When you're dodging your shapes, try to make a vague movement towards where you are going to be baiting your Protean, so that you're not jump scaring anybody. I'm sure most people are mostly doing that right now, but just for full verbal clarification. DPS are going northeast.
Any spinny.
Away from shapes. Yeah, they're locked in. Their positions are locked in as the cast is ending. It's like a twister. Oh! Well,
See what I can do.
we definitely do not have the bodies for Caloric.
Now let's jump.
Okay, so it looks like we need to talk about that raid wide for Mint-wise. I don't think you have any tank stuff on it.
Do we have a available rep?
No.
I use mine at the beginning of classical.
I'm assuming the next one's used on. Wait, aren't classical and caloric over a minute apart?
I mean, I have it back up for caloric, but I don't have it in the middle.
Can we move the other rep to that Ultima?
I don't think mine's up either.
Where are you using yours?
The last time I'm using it is the Ultima as we're transitioning out of the UAV thing, I think.
That you should.
That's fair.
Is it back
It's a
up?
few seconds off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you pre-pop it? You might be able to pre-pop it.
I've been trying to pre-pop it earlier and earlier, and it's not. We're still like 5-ish seconds off.
Where did we move Samba to? Do we move Samba to caloric?
I mean, we can just hold off a feint or move the addle.
The addle is currently used on fucking I'm assuming the upfront Ultima and then the Ultima out of the, or is it actually the addle might be used on classical concepts?
Yeah, right now the addle's on the first Ultima and the classical cast.
I can move my my feint's on classical concepts as well.
What about the other feint? When is that
Other
being
feint's on the
used?
Ultima out of transition. Maybe we can move that feint.
If we have... Yeah, we could probably... move
That's
that
that's
feint.
not exactly a comfy feat, but I probably can get it.
And obviously, I'm assuming, I think it was said earlier, but we are carrying the, caracoling all the fucking raidwoods.
And
As many
Temperance
as
is
you
going
can.
on caloric.
Yeah, Temperance is going on caloric. And we're shaking the middle of caloric as well. Where do we move the shake from?
The second shake, I moved from the caloric cast itself, and I'm putting it in
okay.
the middle of caloric instead.
Gotcha. Okay. So what was missing from the Ultima that's usually there? Or was it
Yeah.
just HP?
So what we could do is honestly just, since you said it wasn't a comfy feint, we could keep the feint on the original part you had it in, and then we can just reprisal that also.
Savvy says they can fix it.
Okay.
Alright. I'll trust that, Savvy.
I mean, otherwise we can just move the reprisal from the second Ultima.
Yeah, we can definitely temp this first Ultima, by the way. It'll come back up.
This one?
Yeah, it'll come back
Yeah.
up.
Is it 120?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we don't need it.
It's better.
So you just want to sit on it?
Slide stuff forward.
DPS are going northeast.
Horizontal?
Savvy, I'll just take the farthest each time. You can just stay still for most of it.
Away from shapes. Guardians. Ultima. Reposition for Caloric.
You're up for movement, Savvy.
Checking bud.
I think that was the extra movement again.
I'll double check it to confirm.
I did not fucking move. Don't even pull that on me, please.
No, I
I'm
think it was
confirming.
Savvy. I think it was Savvy that did the.
Yeah, I'm
little-
checking. Oh, work.
I saw the wiggle. I saw the wiggle.
Yeah, you gotta move with like confidence. It's brutal.
And you always want to meet in like
It's not loading as bad.
in like a corner of a square.
Yeah, Twitch is being dumb, so I can't check on mine. But those shuffles, man. You should set up conga. Fair enough. Set up a conga line.
I don't care where I am. Is this how we're gonna do it?
And take melee range shield healer. Okay.
There's no real like there's no real way or formula to this. It's just conga line spots.
They're saying it confidently, so here you go. Here's your conga line.
I don't think it's roll based, so.
I'm just going to the right of Bell because I'm always to the right of Bell.
Okay. And then again, it will be forward for unmarked, backward for single.
And it's the singles that are running to the first towers, right?
Yes.
Are we gonna call it dark left, dark right? Is that like something we can do?
Yeah, we can see if we can do it too.
I don't think having the people like that are potentially on the very edges like swap back and forth isn't really good.
Well, so once the conga is resolved and the unmarked and the singles know where they are, the rest of us can clump back together and get ready to move where we need to.
Yep.
Because by that point we should know which is our first tower that we each want.
Yeah, I was gonna call Dark Tower specifically because I also thought of that, Bell.
Can I survive that tank buster with anything less than 5? Vones?
Probably not.
Like even if I had 1?
I would assume
how much
probably
damage?
not.
How much damage did it do with 5?
I have no idea.
We would need to check the logs to figure that out. But I would assume any, like, you might be able to live with 1 stack, but after that it's really...
And that would be with every cooldown, I would assume.
Yeah.
Right, which is what I'm doing. I know. It's an option if the timing is difficult there. That you can just start assuming at the cast bar and just whatever stacks you take off me is what it is.
I mean, I can check real quick. Let me... was that... Okay, that was the last pull, right? That you died to Crush Helm? You died to 318. Did you only have 1?
No,
Crush Helm
I had
debuff?
5.
You had 5?
Yeah,
So, I think...
that's the maximum amount of damage.
I think each one is 30% increased damage. Because it says it's plus 127% damage when you had Thrill, Bloodwetting, Vengeance, and Rampart up. And then the stacks. So I think it's like 30% per. And then that overkilled you by twice your HP. Oh, or sorry, it overkilled you by your full HP bar. You might be able to clear it if you only have 1, but you would need to be topped off for that. Potentially.
Where is Bree? Cool.
He here. I'll be honest, after Super Chain, everything feels slow.
You know, that's like an ultimate level mechanic almost.
Yeah, like 2A like legit feels out like something out of a fucking ultimate.
It's a lot of fun.
I mean, I like fast mechanics. I'm not opposed to it.
DPS are southeast.
Horizontal.
Oh, that's still active. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it lingers.
It do be a lingerer. Other side, Aetha. Okay. Thank you.
Away from shapes.
Oop, I did not mean to hit you there, Bell. I thought it came out a lot earlier.
Let's get them up.
There's the -5.
-5.
Damn it.
Crush Helm, people start prepositioning for caloric theory. 3 Azuna. Caloric theory.
Oh, I got one. Nice. Don't forget to move
Let's
Aetha.
go to Ryan. For the first part of that mechanic, if you do not have a thing above your head, you are moving. DPS are going east.
Horizontal.
Away from shapes. Guardian. Theory for Crush Helm, people will start pre-positioning for Caloric Theory. One, two, three. As you know, Caloric Theory. Nope.
Oh, I thought I had the fucking fire. My bad.
I think you would
I had a-
join me in between the two markers. Over in between B and 4. Your 3 options for when you are on this final round of movements is you are going in between a marker you are adjacent to. For example, if you're at 3, you can go in between 3 and 4, or in between 3 and 2. You can go to A is if your partner is 2 markers away from you, or you go to the marker in between you and your partner. So if you're at 3 and your partner's at C, you go to 2. Those are your 3 options.
Hello viewers, this has got to be the most silly, stupid, ridiculous daily race I've seen in a long time. This is it. We're racing the Alpha Executive Lounge.
I think I told Arthur the wrong information. He's going to drag me for it when he gets undeafened.
What?
But I think he was supposed to. I think he was supposed to go to A, not in between B and 4, based on the priority system. But
Nope, it was B and 4.
okay,
Because the other one was
Because
3.
2 and 3 were meeting outside.
okay.
Around Monza where that was chicane. This can only go horrifically. I've done 0 practice.
It was B and 2 that were
so I have
marked for
no
fire,
idea
right?
what I'm doing.
Yes.
Doesn't really make
Okay.
for a change
So I
there.
was right then. Good.
Let's see what all manner of carnage
In the
is
event
about
that it was
to
B and
happen
3
as we
were marked, then it would have been
In the middle.
if it goes to A. Okay.
Yep.
hurtle towards not the normal first chicane, but the Della Roger chicane is going to be the first one now, which really only postpones the absolute anarchy which is about to ensue here. Let's take a look. 16 big Chungus vans heading towards this braking zone.
We
Let's
also
see
had a
what's gonna
wind
happen then, shall
move
we?
that
Oh,
wiped
there's
us.
already been caught. Oh
Yeah,
my
that was me.
Someone facing
Yeah.
My fault.
perpendicular to the wall.
That's
I've been
okay.
hit
I
by the
I didn't
enemy.
tell I was fire or not. I was like, I don't think I'm fire, but like this looks like it's my.
It,
But I recognized that was wind very early and distributed myself.
yeah, because it'll never be you.
Yeah.
Like, because you were wind first.
Yeah, I like the
I need
rule
my
of
movement.
I like the rule of if you moved first, you are not moving second.
Because Editha wasn't moving that fast, I was like, wait, is it me? And then I moved out slightly, and I'm like, oh, it's not me. And then I realized, oh wait, somebody already wiped me. Never mind, I would have wiped everyone anyways.
Yeah, you had the same issue I did. I was like, oh no,
Yeah, I
it's
know.
me.
I feel like I did bait you, Esprit, because I was really slow to move.
No, it's okay. I wasn't sure. I could have moved instantly there, man. That's not a you thing. That's a me thing. I'll take full responsibility.
Did Editha move recently?
No idea.
Because we've only really got like an hour left, and getting back here would take a chunk of time.
Yeah, realistically, when we get out of here, we're probably better off just simming the rest of the fight, honestly. Like, as much as we can.
I'd rather sim now because I have no idea what I'm looking at.
What's confusing you?
Dude, this mechanic doesn't make sense to me at all.
Let's break it down, because...
And explaining it to me is not gonna help.
Then wouldn't it make more sense to just keep getting to it? Because you've mentioned to me prior that you're a visual learner, but simming it's just kind of explaining it to you.
Nothing about it it has all these rules and stipulations of you have to do this if you have this, but don't do this. And
so you keep running it, we wipe to it, then we explain what the thought process is that you run through it is. That would be the most efficient use of time right now. So, for example, in that poll, because you did not move for the first round, you would no guarantee that you're moving for the second. And so you're marked for fire, and so you know you need to find somebody who is not marked for fire and meet up with them. Your closest person clockwise is past another fire player, so you know you need to look counterclockwise to find your buddy.
The majority of this mechanic is just understanding the priority system, and really following it. That's about it. That's the majority of the mechanic, after the initial move.
I do think practice will help you, because like just getting used to like looking the correct way first, is like I studied it. I know what the priority is. I can tell it to you, but I'm still really slow at it right now because I need to be there.
So just running it more while we're here would make the most sense. Okay.
Okay, Savvy.
Have you doing weird shit again?
You guys can't stop looking at her, how can you? Tisk tisk.
DPS going north. In any spinning. Away from shapes. Pre-position for Proteans. Prop personals. Pre-position for Caloric. Correct. I'm fucking dead, dude. Are you serious? Oh, wait, because I was moving first, dumbass. I was like, why do I have so many stacks? I barely moved. Oh, right.
I was like, I was waiting for the fire stack to move first, so that way I could just meet up with them where they move, and I didn't have to move twice. And then I just see you move, and I'm like, huh. Well, about that.
DPS are going east.
Savvy, do you want me to take your spot if it's the spin one? I can take it. Okay.
Vertical.
It's vertical.
Away from shapes, claim a Protean. Maybe not that angled shadow.
I know. There were just already 2 people fighting for the bottom one.
Great position for Caloric. Here comes Crush Helm.
Wait, no, I should have gone middle there.
Does not work.
You needed to be a bit farther from the.
Yeah, I was trying to
step there.
figure out, like, I was gonna get another stack if I took another step, though, was the issue. It
Really?
felt like I was going to.
No.
I got that stack really early.
You had some time. So
Should I have gone to like 1? That made like the most sense to me, but like the person I would have gone with ran like out.
wait, sorry.
Mm,
Where were you?
it was
on that
what? It was B432?
Hold on, I got the clip.
So Ray, there was like a intersection right over here.
Yeah.
The best way to do it is you go like diagonally a full box, and that's less than 10 yalms, but that's also a safe spot, like a clear safe spot away from all of the wind AoEs if you're going outside.
I just felt like I was going way too far for that.
You went like half the box.
I don't know. It just felt like I got the stack super early when I was moving, so it felt like it's like if I go another step, I'm fucking dead.
Oh wait, I should have waited anyways.
I should have trusted, admittedly, but
Yeah, Esprit and Savvy needed to meet on 2.
No, shouldn't we have met on A? Because there's more than a mark. Oh, I guess we could have met on 2 too.
Yeah, there was 1 marker between you, so you would have met there.
So it was 3 and C, or
I can't see the markers in all of these.
If
4
only-
and 3 were marked.
yes.
So 3 and C needed to meet on 2. 4 and B needed to move outside and meet on the cross.
Yep. Alright. So my brain worked.
DPS are going southeast. I love when my sprint doesn't go off, so I'm just like, why am I going so slow?
I usually never sprint that mechanic.
I like sprinting
Unless
that
I
mechanic,
move
it
late.
just makes it feel more comfortable for me.
Unless I move late. That's the only time.
Inny spinny.
The heavens do bend to her will.
I've been informed as much.
One was
Her wings aren't glowing, so she's not lying. It's like a Pinocchio situation. Away from shapes, pre-position for Proteans. Can we just like set rules for that?
I have a rule. I'll say it after.
Okay. Azuna. Caloric theory. Hey, let's go. No, this is flares now. Light Party 1 west, Light Party 2 east, unless it's north-south. This is a lot of motherfuckers over here.
Fred. Now this is a choke check I know how to do.
That's a choke check. Live for Pangenesis.
Congas?
Conga.
First of all, you die this cast.
Not me.
Okay,
Dark
so
Tower.
So I would take a step back. I'm single.
Dark Tower west.
So...
Oh, you can fuse. And that fusion creates the guys.
Yep.
Okay.
So I will also say it's not every fusion creates the guys. I think there's like a set pattern that I can check a couple VODs, but I think I am like understanding the patterns. I just need to check the debuffs.
Okay, so real quick for Palladian Ray, and I am not blameless here because I've made this mistake. Don't cross over anybody else. Like, if you're moving out to be safe for your shapes, don't cross someone else and be like, oh, I want to fuck off over here. You are where you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I've done that too, but like, no crossing over. You are between the people you are between. Sort it out.
Can the two hexagons be next to each other? Like directly adjacent?
Yes.
That doesn't help.
That's like the only kind of curse pattern. The rest should be pretty easy.
Yeah, if your hexagon's more north, try to stick more north. If you're more south, obviously stick more south.
So another way you can do it, and I think this may be like interesting, is so the triangles go outside of the cubes to bait so outside of the cubes first. The the circles go inside of in between the fourth and third row. The square goes in between the first and second row.
Dude, that's making that shit way overcomplicated. You can just say melee's prio north.
Well, I'm saying that specifically so that everybody has a set corner of Palladian Ray that we can then just move in afterwards. It's what I've seen other groups do. It's just move to the right of where you are, basically. Otherwise, we can go with what Tag said, of don't cross people.
Yeah, don't cross people, but if you are like in a weird contesting spot, melee's prio north.
If there's a good picture for us to look at later, let's look at it later.
Yeah. We do have 17 minutes left in instance. DPS are going east. Vertical.
Carbuncle is bigger than us.
Hello, Kirby.
Carbon dioxide.
Oh, boom!
DPS are going southeast. Vertical. Away from shapes. Alaric 3. Fire North Fire goes middle. That is not middle, Rappy. DPS are north. Horizontal. Away from shapes.
I got savvy.
Personals.
I don't have provoke right now.
Nope. Dedge. Go ahead and jump. I was so ready for you to fucking explode.
I did.
Like that guy. Yeah, also -5.
Worth.
EPS are northeast. Going horizontal. Away from shapes.
3 don't cross.
Crush Helm into caloric theory. Yeah, Esprit.
Ryan cannot meet you up there. That was the right idea of going outside. I think it was just wanted to be a little bit more north side, so that way Rappy can join you.
Does the rule like directly onto the cross there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I just have to trust it.
If you're a bit short of it, you run a pretty big risk of getting clipped by the wind.
I learned that actually just now.
Yeah,
Okay, Savvy.
I've made that mistake already today.
Yeah, it's definitely a you just gotta trust it kind of mechanic. Just trust that it works. DPS are going northeast. Horizontal. Away from shapes. Crush Helm into caloric theory.
Oh, wrong side, Ray.
Oh, really? Oh, I did not see you at 3 at all. I thought that was another. Okay. Well, there's not that much time left in the lockout.
We won't even get to classical or resolve classical.
Is there anything that can be explained outside of instance that like would help anyone, like even remotely?
For me, the one thing on Chloric that I'm just a little slow on is how, if you're marked with the second fire, how do you tell a wind player from an unmarked player?
The only
If I'm
thing,
looking-
the only other thing you're looking for is the other fire player, because you know that the other stacks have nothing but wind players.
Well, wind and unmarked.
So you're talking about like whether it's you or your partner on your stack that has the fire thing, or what?
No, I'm
like-
talking like the one instance I messed up there was I looked counter or clockwise, and there was nobody. So then I went look counterclockwise, and there was somebody, but apparently he was wind. I had to go middle, but how was I supposed to know that that wasn't a unmarked
Then
person?
somebody moved too fast, or yeah, that wouldn't. Okay, I'm trying to like figure out the best way to explain this.
I mean, it would probably be to pull up the replay and then explain just like the thought process.
Yeah, do you know
behind
the Do you know what timestamp it was?
No idea. It was the one where you called out to me to go middle, like at the last second there, and I went to the intersection north because I looked to my left. I believe Esprit was there.
That was
I was like, oh, maybe he's a person.
Okay, you're talking about the second movement, right?
Yeah, the second one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Found it.
That's what
Okay.
you're talking about.
So I'm just gonna watch playback myself so I can try to like. Okay, so the exact situation was north, northwest, southwest, and south were the stack locations. It should probably be best if we go into T4 so we can explain this better.
Well, you can also share your screen or what you're
Yeah.
looking at, so that way we at least have the visual.
Hopefully Discord is gonna function today. Share your screen. Twitch highlighter. Obviously, ignore the fucking dumbass in the bottom left. Let's see here. Okay. So these are the initial locations. Go boom. So these two are the locations of the next stacks. This person's looking clockwise and they're seeing somebody, a stack that does not have this, so they know their buddy is somewhere in the stack. It does not matter which one of them it is, they just know it's somewhere in here. So they say, okay, we go out here. It's like the left little quadrant over here. So you would look clockwise and say, okay, the first person clockwise does not have the fire. I know that's my buddy. And so it would result like this. That was the incorrect solution here. I also don't know. how exactly I got clipped here. I mean, I guess I got clipped by tag. So, judging by location, I got launched, but... I suppose if you're in the markers, just make sure you're actually, like, on the low cross-section of the marker.
Yeah, you
I'm
have to
also
be-
not on it, but, you know, just for full
Yeah,
clarification.
I'm further north than I could be. Yeah, so I should be more south.
But, does that make sense?
Oh, also, this is great. You see those grids? Do you see where Adora is going? When you are stepping out, that's like the diagonal stuff.
Yeah.
Like that cross is diagonally where we want to be when we're outside.
Okay. Oh shit, how do I...
What?
You can also deafen your your PC, so that way it doesn't reverb.
It's
like
on the
that.
phone and you can't.
Oh.
It will never mute my phone. I got it under a blanket right now, you can't hear it. It's fine. So, I think what I understand here is... I was thinking look clockwise for my partner, and if I don't see someone immediately, I turn counterclockwise. But that's not
In
necessarily
this
the thing.
Yeah, on this
It's
round...
look clockwise, and if I see a fire, then it's counterclockwise.
Correct.
So if I didn't see a fire, like in this situation, I just knew that, like...
You gotta...
Yeah, I think I understand now, because that's what was throwing me off. It's like if I saw a person, I was going there. But it's...
Yeah, you're
if
thinking
a
of
fire
the
was to my
first round.
right, then I know counterclockwise. It's the fire, not necessarily the partner. Okay. I think I get where I went wrong there. The other two movements are not a problem for me, I don't think.
Would anybody else like to discuss anything here? While I have the VOD up. While I have the receipts.
It is hard as fuck. I am having trouble recognizing things quickly. What I'm finding helpful for myself is like once if you're fire and the winds are moving to you, I now have all the time in the world to at least know who my two potential partners could be and where they are. Before anyone gets marked for the second movement, I've got my eyes on the two possible people I could be meeting. And I find that helps me a little bit.
This was the one that I fucked up. No. I started middle on the other one. Oh, wait, this was the one where Esper was just AFK.
He got there in time, though. Can't say shit because he got there in time.
Oh, this is one I just barely didn't go out far enough.
Yep. You gotta be right on the X. You have to be right on the X.
Because I also don't think it's far enough out here to see if does he also get launched. No, he doesn't get launched.
He just solo takes a pair stack.
Yeah, wait, we're... Yeah, in this situation, Edith was supposed to be going north here, in northwest. Yeah, so this pair would go down here, this pair would go up here. And, well, everyone's actually standing on the fucking cross. Because all of us are apparently allergic to corners.
It's fire is clockwise unless the first person you see clockwise is another fire. Then you have to look counterclockwise.
Let's see what the hell I fucked up here.
It was what Ryan was asking a little bit earlier as well.
Yeah, so I mean, in Ryan's case on that one, he had to look clockwise. His partner was there. It was just finding
Oh.
that close middle spot to meet them.
Yeah, we're supposed to go down here. Hadoy.
You know, a tank could probably live a single stack of that, can't they?
I sincerely doubt it.
You want to test it out?
No, not really, no.
Yeah, that makes so much more sense. The fire stacks is what makes you go the other way. So I was just like, it was so confusing to me there for a second. Like, I saw someone, I didn't see anyone to my immediate right, but there was someone to my immediate left. Like, how am I middle? But the fire stacks, yep. Got it.
You would maybe be able to live with a 25% MIDI on it. Or 30% MIDI on it. As a tank.
Yeah, like it's for that reason, Ryan, that like I'm gonna try to identify my two potential partners before that second fire marker even shows up. Because I don't think I can process both things after the fire marker shows up.
Oh, this is the successful caloric theory, by the way.
Oh, wait, let me see. You get Chad brains? Even then, it's like super close.
Yeah, this is the one that worked by accident.
What do you mean?
Also, shout this just vehemently incorrect fucking exaflare. How many people go this way? What was it, 6 people go this way?
I went the other way, if it makes you happy.
So did I.
Me and Pony, let's go! We survived!
Like Light Party 2, fuck off to the east.
Look at that,
and then if it's north-south, melees will go north.
Why would you go east -1? Because Ryan is main tank, so I let him go east. Oh, sorry, west.
West.
By the way, I'm like in every fight except for P11S, I'm in Light Party 2. P11S is the only one where I'm in Light Party 1 because of the way that the markers we have set up and everything goes. And by the point where we switched our dark and light strat, it was already too late to move stuff around.
Yeah.
-5. God damn. Okay.
Would an explanation help anybody else for anything else? While we just are sitting here, we have like fucking 15 minutes left in raid.
Would anyone like to...
I'm screwed on Pangenesis. I need to look into that a lot.
Echo!
You just wanted to echo. I mean, we could, if people want to, we could just hold like a brief, like talk about Pangenesis and like what.
I honestly think working through this mechanic backwards actually makes it easier.
Yeah.
My suggestion for Pangenesis is if it seems too complicated, just read the rules and don't even worry about the inner workings of it.
Yeah.
Like the rules are very simple to follow, and that will simplify it a lot.
So I'll say this: the DNA shit that with the 2 and shit, like the actual like full on Yu-Gi-Oh card level debuff, ignore that. Don't worry about it. Just worry about do you have it or not. That's the only thing that matters about that one.
Yeah, this is a strat that works all the time if executed correctly.
You also get
don't
another
need to worry
debuff.
about the extra stuff.
You get another debuff halfway through the mechanic that will like count down, or whatever, ignore that one completely. That debuff is not relevant at all. While the towers are going on, when you are moving into your next tower, the rule is simple. If you have a light or a darkness debuff, you are just going to the opposite color. If you do not have a debuff, like a light or a darkness debuff, you just go to the exact same color you just took. If you are just in a light tower, and you do not have a light or a darkness debuff, you just go to the light tower again. As for starting positions, the short and long timers, obviously, like, you know immediately if you have a 15-second black timer or a 15-second white timer, you know your entire route. You're going to the first tower immediately. You're done. And then you just follow the rule set. If you have the long timer, you're standing in the second tower and resolving your debuff. That's it. That's half the debuffs done. If you have the 1-stack debuff, you're just getting into the east or west tower like you're the short debuff and just following through that way. You're done. The only other people we have left are the unmarked players. You're going to the northern second towers, east and west, like the northern ones, and then you just follow through. That's it. That is every single debuff. As long as you can fully understand the starting spots, that's the entire mechanic. Just keeping track of what tower you were just hit by. Was okay, I was hit by a light tower. Do I have a light debuff? No. I get into the light tower again. And you can just double check the starting positions in the pinned little diagram.
Also, these are the 2 hardest mechanics that I've seen in Phase 2, and I'm pretty sure will still be the 2 hardest mechanics. I mean, I watched the entire thing. These are the
I
2
can
hardest
briefly go over
mechanics.
everything else. There's the Exaflare stuff, which we resolved basically exactly the way you saw it. There's another pattern where, like, the Exaflares are angled, but you just have the melees go north and range go south, and it resolves itself basically the same way. The next classical concepts, she will do a cast that will flip the entire pattern 180 degrees.
I think we should just hold off on the rest of the fight, or let people explore it, because it might just be information overload.
Fair enough.
If we're trying to also figure out Pangenesis. I was just saying, like, really, once we get these 2 mechanics down, it's probably just going to be a mechanic every couple pulls because of how static it is or how simple it is to go over it.
Yeah, hard agree. Like, Caloric 1 and Pangenesis, by far the 2 hardest mechanics, and everything that comes after is a remix of what we've already done.
I think Classical Concept 2, if anything, would probably be the next part that's a little bit harder.
It's just learning your tell for it.
Yeah.
But
there's nothing brand new, like, what the even fuck is this after Pangenesis?
I will say I like the
version
idea, for those who do know what's about to happen in that mechanic, I do like the idea of physically going to your location and then swapping. Just for full visual clarification.
Everyone else I saw was doing that, and also that helps you stay attached to your short tether buddy.
Yeah, so what I saw was that they went to their place, then they were like, okay, 3, 2, 1, switch, and then everybody moved to switch together.
Yeah. Gives you time to, like, mentally register where your thing is, then go to the next location. And it also lets you just, like, communicate with your buddy. You're on the other side because it's flipping. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's primarily more of a problem for vertical rather than horizontal, but then obviously fucking Caloric Theory 2 is just tag. Like the game, not the person. I suppose you were sprinting, so. There's like a rule where it's like you always go clockwise unless the last person in line was the initial
Yeah.
starting point, but like that can.
I'll call it out because I'm the tail end, and I'll know what to look at to go counterclockwise.
Yeah, but that's literally going to only happen on 1/8 of times we do that mechanic. So
Yeah.
And there's only one person who really needs to understand it, because if it's them, they need to go the other way.
yeah,
And everyone else is just like, oh, it's coming to me from this side. I'm just going to keep it going.
you go to this location when you move instead of that location, which is the exact same location, just mirrored. But
Like, just keep the circle going.
and then there's like the soft enrage, but I focus target a buddy, I guess. I don't know.
Unironically, I think Tag, you're the one where if you start off with it, you have to go counterclockwise first.
I don't know yet, but I will look at our positions and find out.
Yep. The D is the tail end, in case that wasn't clear to other people.
Okay. Watch clear VODs. If anybody has any questions, please at someone.
We got some
I know,
nerds
like,
here.
I was getting on people's cases about like learning it while we're here, but like if you do have any chance at all while you're like not at work or whatever, where you can look into it, please do. Obviously, it's like I know people here are better like learners while instead of watching, but it's like just try your best to just like understand the thought process, like to the best of your ability. There's not a lot left in the fight. Everything past what we're currently on is literally just a remix. What are we lolling?
I lulled that the Savvy has main group 2 and 2 expansions.
Bro, that was so long ago.
No, it wasn't.
Bro, that was like 40 minutes ago.
Hey, I didn't know your time was fucking
Bro,
9
red!
to 40. Holy shit. God damn. Look, at least I responded. Hey, at least I fucking responded, unlike everybody
Hey, you know
else.
what? Fastest reading Yu-Gi-Oh player. I will give him that. -5. But any more comments, questions, concerns while we're all here?
God damn. Negative next tier.
You're gonna always your loot for next fucking expansion.
It's okay, I'm the GOAT. That's okay. All that matters is my personal perception.
Oh yeah, also like thunk of a fucking mid plan. Because we're missing something. I'll say that.
No, we're just overmitting some things, and there's nothing left for other stuff.
I can tell you exactly what we're overmitting. It's the initial Ultima.
No, the initial Ultima, yes, we're overmitting that, but at the same time, all of our mits come back up afterwards. I think we're overmitting a little bit on classical concept. I think we live with 30k to 40k, depending on what's going on there. We can move like a feint, a reprisal, or an addle later to that next Ultima. It's probably I could probably just move my reprisal to the next Ultima since I'm Heart of Lighting already. And yeah, I can move my reprisal. I have no issues with that. I think it would probably be beneficial if we also move a one of the other 5 or 10% on it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how me moving my reprisal affects the overall damage on it. Because I think I started seeing somebody fainting it. That's that Ultima, which did a lot in keeping us alive. Smile. And then I think the reprisal will just give us that buffer, even if we have ults with mid eye level, or as close to it as it is.
All right, but if there's nothing else, I'm gonna head out.
I think
Gamers.
we
Oh.
solved caloric 1 now.
I like the no.
You could just say goldfish. They're not fuzzy, but they're 5 second. It's 5-second memory. Oh, okay.
Cuter than a goldfish.
Facts.
Bro, that's fucked up. That's a fucked up shot to goldfish. People leave.
I love to.
Yep. Later.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Mommy, they took my credit card information. I don't know what to do. What are you doing? I'm so scared.
See, you do need your mother.
Get out of here. I don't need therapy. So what if I rely on my mom, huh?
Guys that are DJs. Guys that go to coffee shops to make it feel like they're working.
I don't need therapy. I'm too busy. Look at all this stuff I'm doing.
You don't have a job.
I'm not gonna get a job or therapy. It's stupid.
Do you know this guy?
Yeah, he always comes here at the same time every day.
So he hear you?
Guys that are comedians.
What are we talking about? The Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Hulk Hogan?
Maybe you joke around so people don't see your true pain.
I'm going through a lot. I just sold off my car because I invested everything in Pokemon Go.
Joke your way out of everything.
Get the fuck out of here. Either send me nudes or GTFO. Or both.
Hi, I'm just calling in to say that guys that start podcasts need therapy.
I mean, you don't understand how hard it is to be a YouTuber or podcaster. You don't know me. This is my therapy. I don't need to go speak to a therapist when I can talk to my fans. Yeah. They like hearing me complain.
You listen to the same song you slow danced to when Clarissa at prom 10 years ago.
It's just a good song. Would not believe your eyes. 10 million fire. And then we kissed. She looked at me with those big brown eyes. That necklace I got her. And then she left me after 2.5 years for no reason.
I'm not your therapist.
Your voice is very pretty and I like talking to you.
It's nice to have like a real friendship. You know what I mean? Dude, this went viral too. Yeah.
The only reason you're friends with him is because of his TikTok following.
I mean, it's kind of true. You're only friends with me because I have 2 million followers. 2.6. You don't actually want to watch my little brother's baseball game? This is your little brother.
Responding to Lauren's story every day, even though she never responds.
It's not every day. It's every other.
Guys that play video games all day.
I've been literally gaming for the past 60 hours straight. I have a catheter hooked up to the end.
So you don't like therapy.
It's not that I don't like therapy, it's just that I don't need it and I also don't believe in it.
Who's the therapy?
Hot women do.
For real?
The money I would be spending on therapy, I can spend on my problems and just fixes them.
Alright, listen to this song and use it as therapy.
We're getting
Yeah.
fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. Maybe I should get therapy.
Hey, by the way, it's my mom's birthday tomorrow. Big fan. Consider a video.
So many baddies.
Mommy.
Now, these are some infographics we made ourselves. Check them out.
Right, Odin?
I come here, I throw all my stuff out, I make it look like I'm really busy.
I don't care about my problems. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about you. Who cares? Therapists are asking for shit. How's the people have problems? Why should mine get solved?
Who are you? What is this? What is this microphone? Oh, what now, dude? I'm winning! I didn't have plantar fasciitis and foot fungus on your feet. Stop doing that with my controller!
We both spent enough time on TikTok. We might as well be your therapists. I try to train the algorithm to I'll beat me all with the baddies.
Smoke the pain. Smoke the pain away.
Oh, mother. You need therapy.
You've been on that for 12 hours a day for the last fortnight. I've been over here using Python to hack the Tinder app for more matches. The apple's kicking in, baby. The apple's kicking in. Where are the women at?
Yeah, where are the women at, though?
Alright, see you.
Such life for chilling. I like it. Bye bye.
What is going on here? Have we gained a position? We're up into P9 now. Looking up the inside here of Brit Chris 001. And, oh, goodness me. I don't know what kind of speed he's carrying in there. As we head through Lesmo 1 towards Lesmo 2. We've got an Italian looking up the inside on home turf, and I'm able to stay ahead and actually pull away nicely from that almighty group behind. At the cost of a penalty, I did cut the second Lesmo there. Serving the penalty dropped me off that group in front quite sizably, which was deeply frustrating around a track like this because you really do need the slipstream. However, on lap number 2, my good friend Brit Chris 001 also had a penalty, so I was able to catch back up with him at least. Now, it seems that this race is really determined by your speed through that lap 1, if you're going to make it through the chaos, alive or dead. And on this occasion, well, I kind of didn't, well, I was half dead, let's put it that way. And so I was quite a way off this leading battle. Now, Brit Chris with a big lunge there, and I took that as an excuse to cut the chicane, cut the chicken. Unfortunately enough for me, the stewards were looking the other way, as I did not receive a penalty. But they were turning back for this one because, well, this guy hit me a little bit wide. I thought, you know what, we're going to try it again. And the stewards were like, no, mate, you can't do that. 2.5 seconds, mate. You're going to have to slow down and hand back the time gained, which is exactly what I did here, right at the end of the race. So humiliating. Going down from P7 back to P8, P9, and what can only describe as a disastrous first race. Well, that was an unmitigated disaster. We're going to have to go again. Now, obviously, I didn't win because I didn't have a good livery on the car. So let's put on the RAC Breakdown Recovery livery. Alright, here we go, guys. Let's do this one properly. Yes, race number 2. We're trying to do the boys and girls back at the RAC factory. Very proud indeed. With an amazing performance here. The Frenchman there. Going initially too early, then too late. Couldn't make his mind up. Loses a lot of positions, goes way down to the back of the pack. Now, as I kind of touched upon just a moment ago, I feel like this race really pivots on your luck through this first chicane. Do you die, or do you live to tell the tale and gain many positions? That is the eternal question. I go a little bit wide here, but if anything, it drops me out of the danger zone as we head into the brakes here. So let's take a look once more at Exhibit A, which is basically a zoo of many wild animals doing many stupid things, crashing in various configurations, and I've just gone from 15th up to 7th in one chicane. We're going to look for another position here, and a very aggressive drive here. We're going to chop across Richard just behind, Richard Millhouse, leaving him no quarter at all. And I'm up into 6th place here, guys, with the Swiss driver there with a 5.5 second penalty. Up behind VDub 1987. Now, he didn't want to get in the slipstream of the van in front, which was really annoying. Like, bro, just get in the slipstream, let's work together and try and catch back up. But he was more determined just to fight for P5 on the first lap. So as we head through the Parabolica here, I thought, well, on the main straight, okay, I'm going to bump you. Get in the slipstream and we can catch up. Fortunately enough, we did that. Catching up here with the DHL driver, who's slightly late for his delivery, but driving here at great pace down the back straight at 130 miles an hour nearly. So it says that excellent, simply delivered. But is he going to simply deliver an amazing chicane here? Let's see. He's on the outside, up against VDub 1987. I'm just trying to pick a line. I'm not sure which side to go. I'm going to try it around the outside. Don't really want to put myself in this position. And it was a good job I didn't, as the VDub gets run wide. And we actually get pushed into this overtake, which was actually really useful. And I go up into P4. So that was actually good decision making there by the RAC squad. Boys and girls back at the factory screaming in elation at that. DHL comes back for another move, and he really is late for his delivery now. He needs to get into the pit lane and get off the track because someone's parcel is late. But this turned out to be one of the most iconic drag races of our time. DHL up against RAC on the main straight at Monza. You're never going to see a battle quite like this. This was just absolutely incredible. The Tifosi were going absolutely wild. Hysterics in the crowd at such an incredible race here. In fact, Kevin74 comes weighing in just to join and make this an even more incredible duo. Trio, I should say. He's around the outside, and that was a very brave attempt, but it's not quite going to work out for him. But on the final lap, I was able to go quite close to the closerer with a 2:10.8 and set my own fairly quick lap with a low 2 minutes 11. Okay, 4th place from 14th on the grid. It's all about that start. That was just such a stupid start. I think if you're in the middle, it's just guaranteed death. Right, let's jump into that replay and witness the carnage. I've got to say, these vans are actually pretty quick. They've got some good power. They're not sluggish at all. This was a very silly mistake here at the beginning. But if anything, it got me out of the firing line. How do we explain this? I mean, it was a good job I got the RAC breakdown livery, because I'm sure there are a lot of breakdowns here. I mean, this guy is like facing literally perpendicular to the racing line. I mean, how do you even do that? This guy's had a meeting with Barrier. Nice little rendezvous. So the AA van's taking a nice line there, actually. Probably the only one. Everyone's really crowding for this inside line. We move it on a little bit more, and I mean, this is not an ideal situation. When you have an ambulance parked sideways on the racing line. What does that say there? For life-threatening emergencies, it's 999. Well, it looks like he is just about to need an ambulance, ironically enough. DHL, excellent, simply delivered by cutting the course. Don't know what this monster guy's doing. I mean, why is he out here? Okay, so let's go on board with the ambulance. Coming down here in P2. On the outside. Is he going to lose it on the curb? Bit of contact. Gets a hit from behind. Ambulance in the gravel. Let's see how I went from 15th to about 5th. Ghosted through those guys. That guy's reversing. Ambulance is the wrong way. Go around him. This guy ghosts out. I mean, the amount of crimes against humanity we have just witnessed here, guys. Monza turn 1, oh my goodness. People need to go to prison for this. Yes, many people need to go to jail. Many crimes against humanity were being committed on that chicane. It really was quite awful. And then I committed my own crime against humanity by cutting the chicane on this qualifying lap. And that was the only chance I had. So I was going to once again start at the back of the pack, as you can see here. P12 out of 16. So once again, it's really a case of, can we survive that first corner? Let's take a look, shall we? As we head up behind the Asda delivery driver. It seems as though we've got lots of delivery drivers somewhat lost. It looks like their Google Maps is telling them the wrong way. They've inadvertently ended up in a race as we hurtle into this first braking zone. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Lots of cars, vans wide. I'm going to get run wide into the gravel. Then the AA just in front. And oh my goodness, there's the police just in front. I'm trying to run a guy wide. The police just in front of us. And this could be a very interesting battle here between the AA and the RAC. Huge rivals, not only on the circuit, but in business as well. And then the FedEx driver comes out of nowhere, also late for his delivery, and lunges up the inside. It really is quite incredible. I mean, where are you going to see FedEx delivery drivers lunging it on the police with the RAC in there for good measure? As we head into the Ascari chicane, done the FedEx driver, sold him for chips, mugged him off there. But I think that's going to be a penalty. I did cut the corner. Yes, it is. RAC penalised for that one. On lap number 2, I'm going to serve the penalty. That's going to drop me off quite a sizable amount here. Really unfortunate. So this race was very much a tale of recovery, I think, is the word. As we didn't quite get the Rob the Green on that initial opening lap. And so we're going to have to do the hard work in the race itself. So going back past the FedEx driver here, who's having a bit of a mare, must be said, into